Okay, we're gonna see the next one here. Next one here. Oh my gosh, civil war in the party. Democrats civil war, guys. The Democrats are fighting each other. That's the real facts about this. Moderates and progressives are growing farther apart. It's like Democrats are doing this. You got moderates and then you got progressives. You got something called the DSA, the Democratic Socialists of America. I can't make this stuff up. Yep, they got a socialist group now that's pushing and gaining. Socialist candidates are gaining momentum by a lot. Progressive wing is becoming louder and louder and louder, and the Democratic leaders cannot do anything about it. I'm telling you, they can't do anything about it. I try to figure out, Yep, they can't slow it down. They cannot slow down. They said we're a tenth of many people. It seemed like they were a tenth of many of cunning, greedy. They take anything. Atheists. They take everything under the umbrella that's evil and wrong and unjust. Illegal immigrants, criminals. Yep, that's right, guys. The socialist aggressives, they say they don't even want to have prisons. We don't need prisons. They joke and laugh about having prisons. Can you believe that? We got M's around, we got R's around, we got so many horrible people in prison, and they want to not have prisons. They want to defund the police as well. They want to have social services go and help people in domestic abuse. Domestic conflicts in their homes. So instead of having an officer knock on the door, they want to have a social worker knock on the door. What do you think a man is going to do this out of range and see this woman social worker go, "Hi, can I help defuse the situation?" Come on, you know what's going to happen. It's going to be chaos and havoc. But you know what? Someone last night, because I go live last night, someone said, let New York do all this nonsense of socialism and see how chaotic it is. And they can be the country's test tube baby. And we can see how it grows up and how it matures as a teenager, as a preteen, a teenager, and as an adult, and see how it might be literally Escape from New York. It might be even becomes Escape from New York. Wouldn't that be like some horrible thing? But it could happen. It could happen. The progressive ones, I'm going to tell you what the progressive want. They want bigger government. They want their hands on everything. They want to be on housing. That's right. They want to take that out of there. They want more government people, more governments to buy houses. They want projects. That's what's going to happen. Oh, no, they won't be projects. Trust me. They might be look like they're not hot projects, but that's how they're going to be behaving. They want bigger government. They want more spending. They want more social programs. They want more left-wing policies. Well, who's going to pay for all this stuff? We got all these wants like Christmas. I want this, I want that. Who's going to pay these taxes? All this free stuff. The moderates want more centrist policies and ideas. They want them to move more to the center, not farther to the left, not off the cliff. No. They want stronger messaging on economy, not free. We're going to give you this. Like they're in the 7th grade. We're going to have pizza all day. We're going to have recess all day. We don't have to have all these classes. We can have less classes. It sounds like just like a 34-year-old who's never had a job but just protests constantly over and over again, who has no real value, who's a Muslim who doesn't want Christians to flourish. Instead, he's promoting Muslim and doing all Sharia law, slyly slipping stuff over and over again. It's not as havoc and it's worse, but he's pushing it as an open invitation. He said we should accept all religions. They even ask him about Muslims. He said all of it is good. They try to narrow him down and say, no, is it bad? He still won't say it's bad. He's saying all religions. He wants every vote he can. Once again, just like Akima Jeffries, they want that umbrella of all havoc. They don't want just and moral. They want the unjust. They want all the laziness that you see in our culture and our religion, and not religion, but in our culture, to be their potential voters. And that's, like I said, They're just like little babies, test tube babies, that don't realize that this is a world of cunning, greedy, evil people who sit on their tail and want you to do something for them. All right, here we go. Let's keep it going here. Why Trump helps why this helps Trump. I have it always here. I always have Trump as winning. That's my opinion. I have him as winning when the Democratic Party is raising, have these unrelatable ideas. And this is one of those unrelatable ideas. Division weakens the Democrat. This is why Trump is winning, because Democrats are creating their own division. You look at the polls, they don't like him. They polling worse than the president of the United States of America. He's at 34 at the lowest polls. Some polls got him higher than that. But when you look at the Democratic Party, they're at -1. -1. They have more people leaving the Democratic Party and calling themselves independent because they don't want to be known as a Democrat. They want to be known as an independent because they see the chaos. They see the lawlessness. Oh my gosh, the unjust of things going on. Trump benefits. It says Trump benefits when Democrats fight internally, and you can see it over and over again. The nonsense that comes out of these their mouths. Again, and see also, let's take a look at here and see what's got going on here. Let me go up a little bit more here. Bernie took over $1 million from Big Pharma. That's right, Bernie took money, so much money. You know what? They RFK asked about it, and he started studying. It was for donations, and I take 1% of it. He's taking money. It's facts. The lobbyists got him. He's taking money. He just knows how not to show how much his net worth is. They're all on it. I see, Mike. Why is spending under Trump increasing? If you want smaller government, I don't. Let's see. We got another one here. Let's see. Lisa Ann says Bernie took over $1 million for Big Pharma. I got another one here, Mike. Ask ChatGPT if you were devil. What would you do? Even AI knows this is evil. Wow. Bernie Sanders is crooked. Here we go. I got Baby Turtle Fish. It says George Washington said being a Christian is more important than being a patriot. Woo, that's very powerful there. George Washington said it's more important to be a Christian than to be a patriot. We're lost. We need to find our way back to being a Christian. Here we go. Another one. Edward says here, with his millions of dollars, Bernie Sanders should buy a comb. Oh my gosh. This is firing tons of people. Dirty government out. They're starting to show. You see what's going on. It's the cracks are starting to show because they're moving so far left now that they have people calling themselves Promise to America. They have people right now in the Democratic Party. I think it's 13. I think they moved 2 more. They have like 15, a total of 15 now. That's what's going on with them. And that's the part that's so sad that they do not see it coming, but it's happening.